Hi everyone, welcome to Heal with me. Before we dive in, let me ask you one thing. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you earn, it's still not enough? Or looked around and thought, why do I feel so anxious about money even when I'm trying my best? Then you are not alone, my friend. Today we are going to explore the psychology of money, a powerful book by Morgan. But this won't be a robotic summary. We'll walk through the lessons with a real story about a man named Arjun, and maybe you will see a little of yourself in him. Let's begin. Part 1. Everyone has a money story. Arjun grew up in a home where money was always tight. His parents worked hard, but there was never enough. No savings, just survival. He would watch his father argue over unpaid bills and his mother skip meals so he could eat. So when Arjun started earning, he made a silent promise to himself, I'll never be poor again. But even after years of earning, he still felt scared, anxious, and not enough. Morgan says, no one is crazy. We all make financial decisions based on our own past life experiences. And that's exactly it. Your relationship with money isn't just about numbers. It's about emotions, memories, and how you grew up thinking about money. We are not broken, we just need to understand our story. Wealth is what you don't see. One day, Arjun scrolled through social media and saw an old college friend showing off a luxury car and Bali vacation. And just like that, he felt behind again. But Morgan reminds us, wealth is what you don't see. It's not the fancy car, it's the savings, the freedom, the quiet security. Real wealth is silent. It's not flashy. It's having the freedom to make choices without panic. So Arjun stopped chasing the image of success. He started focusing on building quiet wealth, and with that came peace. Part 3. Money success leads to behavior, not intelligence. Arjun used to think he just wasn't good with money. He never studied finance. He made mistakes. He felt behind. But Morgan says, doing well with money isn't about being smart. It's about behavior. You don't need to be genius. You just need to be patient, calm, and you must have the ability to not give up when things get slow. Arjun started setting aside just a little each month. Not perfectly, just consistently. And that changed everything. Part 4. Save without a reason. Arjun once asked, why save if I don't have a big goal? But Morgan answers, you don't need a reason to save. You need to save because life is unpredictable. So Arjun saved quietly with no specific plan, and months later When his mother needed emergency surgery, he had the money. No panic, just peace. That's the power of saving, not for a goal, but for control. The trap of never enough. Even after progress, Arjun often thought, if I just earn a little more, I'll finally be okay. But the goalpost kept moving, always. Morgan says, the hardest financial skill is getting the goalpost to stop moving. When is enough enough? One night, Arjun sat in silence and wrote down, what do I really need to feel safe, calm, and fulfilled? His answer surprised him. It wasn't more. It was peace, time, and simplicity. Don't risk what you can't afford to lose. Arjun watched a colleague invest everything in crypto and lose it all. Morgan warns, there is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Greed can destroy what took years to build. Arjun learned that slow is safe, safe is strong, strong is sustainable. Luck and risk are real. Arjun often blamed himself. If I had done what they did, I would be rather along. But Morgan says, luck and risk are real. Be careful who you envy and who you judge. You can do everything right and still struggle. You can make mistakes and still succeed. We are all riding invisible waves, so don't compare, just stay steady. Compounding works quietly. Arjun saved small, walked more, spent less. At first, it didn't feel like much. But a year later, his emergency fund was full, his anxiety was lower, his habits were stronger, and slowly, the anxiety he once carried in his chest began to ease. Not overnight, but quietly. Morgan writes, good investing is not necessarily about earning the highest returns, but earning pretty good returns for the longest period of time. Small steps, done repeatedly, lead to quiet transformation. It's okay to change your mind. Arjun took a lower paying job that gave him more peace and time with family. He felt guilty for that. But Morgan says, changing your mind is a sign of wisdom, not failure. Your needs evolve, your peace matters more than pride. Adapting is strength, not weakness. Real wealth is freedom. Years later, Arjun didn't own a big house, he didn't have a designer clothes, but he had something rare. Time, quiet mornings, stress-free nights, and the freedom to say no when something didn't feel right. Morgan says, the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up and say, I can do whatever I want to. That is real success. So, what if wealth was never about being rich? What if it's about being at peace? Today, you didn't just learn about money, you explored your relationships with it. And maybe, like Arjun, you are ready to write a new story. Let's end with a few soft affirmations. You can close your eyes or simply listen and breathe. I am rewriting my money story with compassion. I don't need to prove my worth through money. I trust that small steps will lead me to peace. I release comparison and honor my own path. I am safe. I am enough. I am free. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it go. If this story touched your heart, even a little, type in the comments, I am healing my relationship with money.